In today's video we will discuss the top 15 independent films. Please make sure you subscribe to the Top 10 Jaw-Dropping Facts channel. New episodes are released Monday through Friday. Number 15. Secretary. Who's to say that love needs to be soft and gentle? Dr. Twarden. This is a movie for those of you who like it sexy. When Lee starts her new job as a secretary, little does she know that her boss will soon not only be interested in her, but also has some rather exquisite tastes in sexual adventures. Steven Shainberg's erotic romance combines pleasure and pain in a classy way. Number 14. The Boat That Rocked. Nothing important dies tonight, just a few ugly guys on a crappy ship. The only sadness tonight is that, in future years, there'll be so many fantastic songs that it will not be our privilege to play. But believe you me, they will still be written, they will still be sung, and they will be the wonder of the world. The Count. This movie is guaranteed to make you laugh. Young Carl gets sent by his mother to live on a boat which hosts a pirate radio station. In the 60s, rock and roll was still frowned upon in Great Britain, which is why rock stations had to send from a secret frequency. On the rock boat lived the funniest and craziest radio speakers, who know how a lot about music and about having a good time. Number 13. Pulp Fiction. Play with matches, you get burned. Vincent. This movie is a cult film. In Quentin Tarantino's masterpiece, John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, and Uma Thurman create a funny and exciting gangster comedy. The movie has many long dialogues, but Tarantino makes it work and ties all the different plot lines together for a spectacular finale. Seriously, if you have never watched this movie, do it now. Number 12. Ellie Parker. I remember when the future was a promise, now it's like a threat. Ellie. This is a widely unknown little independent movie by Scott Coffey starring Naomi Watts. As a young wannabe actress in LA, Ellie has to deal with many job rejections and a disastrous love life. The movie portrays LA and the movie industry as a tough business, which will make even the biggest blockbuster fans see their stars in a different way. Number 11. Ramen Girl. Somewhere along the way, I just forgot what I wanted to do with my life. Abby. In one of the last movies of the late Brittany Murphy, she portrays Abby who follows her boyfriend to Tokyo just to get dumped. In her crisis, Ally realizes that she has long given up going after her own dreams and decides to set herself a new goal. She wants to become a ramen cook. In this indie film by Robert Allen Ackerman, you can learn a lot about the Japanese culinary and spiritual world and see how it's sometimes in your hardest times where you find your true strength. Number 10. The Blair Witch Project. It's not the same on film, is it? I mean, you know it's real, but it's like looking through the lens gives you some sort of protection from what's on the other side. Joshua. This horror movie terrifies its watchers because of the amateur filming which makes it seem like a real story. Three young movie makers set out into the woods to produce a documentation of the myth of the Blair Witch. Little do they know that the legend is still alive and waiting for its next victims. If you're a friend of breathtaking and nightmare-producing movies, The Blair Witch Project by directors Daniel Myrick and Eduardo Sanchez is your way to go. Number 9. Factory Girl. Divorced as many times as she married, she leaves only good wishes behind. Edie. This indie film shows the life of fashion icon and Andy Warhol's muse Edie Sedgwick. Edie travels to New York and leads a turbulent life in Warhol's famous factory where art, love, and lust play hand in hand. The movie captures Edie's sparkling spirit and her tragic downfall in a way that will keep you on your toes until the very last minute. Number 8. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. We accept the love we think we deserve. Charlie. Based on a novel, The Perks of Being a Wallflower follows emotional unstable Charlie through his first high school year. He soon becomes friends with a pretty girl named Sam and her gay half-brother Patrick. They teach Charlie that it's okay to enjoy life and to forget your troubles for a while. This book adaptation is starring Logan Lerman and Emma Watson, and not only will you realize that we all struggle with life once in a while, you will also learn a lot about music and real friendship. Number 7. Being John Malkovich. Nobody's looking for a puppeteer in today's wintry economic climate. Craig. This movie combines fantasy, comedy and drama, while telling the crazy story of its unemployed anti-hero Craig. The plot line is well written and the cast including John Cusack and Cameron Diaz all do a fantastic job. Number 6. Reservoir Dogs. It's amusing to me to torture a cop. Mr. Blonde. Reservoir Dogs is another great Quentin Tarantino film featuring a crime story and many interesting dialogues. It is very popular and was even named Greatest Independent Film of All Time by Empire magazine. Number 5. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. Narrator. Also an independent movie, this film is nothing for people with weak nerves. Director Tobe Hooper's classic slasher film is a raw and pure horror movie, and ideal for a scary night with your friends. Number 4. The Usual Suspects. I'm the guy that's gonna get you. I just wanted you to know that. Michael. The Usual Suspects is a crime thriller which shows how a bunch of elderly gangsters get along. This film is widely popular but started out as a little independent film. Number 3. The Terminator. You seemed just a little sad. I used to always wonder what you were thinking at that moment. I memorized every line, every curve. I came across time for you, Sarah. I love you. I always have, Kyle. You may not believe it, but the series that made Arnold Schwarzenegger famous started as an indie film. So if you're into machines and wars and strong guys, you should definitely try out Terminator. Number 2. American Beauty. I don't think that there's anything worse than being ordinary. Angela. American Beauty was one of the many fantastic movies of the 90s. Director Sam Mendes captures the struggles of Lester Burnham, a father caught in a serious midlife crisis, his daughter Jane, who finds love for the first time, and her beautiful yet lonely best friend Angela, played by the stunning Mina Suvari. When everything falls apart, the characters and the watchers start to find beauty in the little things. Number 1. The Breakfast Club. When you grow up, your heart dies. Allison. The Breakfast Club is an 80s classic. 5 high school students who couldn't be more different have to spend a Saturday detention session together. During this time they slowly find that apart from all their differences, they can connect on a deeper level. All 5 actors do a great job by first giving a cliché version of their characters and then turning them into human beings. Everyone no matter what age can learn something from these teenagers. I hope you enjoyed our top 15 independent films. Please leave a comment below for any movie you think we missed or you think should have been placed. Don't forget to subscribe. And new episodes come out every Monday through Friday.